안녕하세요. This is Kay from Essential Korean. Essential Korean K쌤입니다. 정말 오랜만이네요. 다들 잘 지내셨나요? I'll say the two phrases again, this time with English translation. 정말 오랜만이에요. It's been really a long time. 다들 잘 지내셨나요? Has everyone been doing well? It indeed has been quite some time since I last connected with you through the podcast, but I am very grateful and excited to start this fresh episode with a happy announcement. In June 2024, Essential Korean Podcast hit 1 million downloads. Thank you for all the support you've given by being loyal listeners of this podcast, by writing to me with kind words, and by joining our community to share your learning journey. Thank you all very much. I send my sincere gratitude to you all. 진심으로 감사드립니다. Writing on this happy news, today's lesson will be about the use of important particles for from and to in Korean. We will learn this in a Q&A format today. After that, we'll apply what we learned in the context of a couple dating topic. You'll see how the Essential Korean podcast and the dating topic will be connected if you stay with me until the end of this episode. So I hope you will. Okay then, without further ado, let's get right to the lesson. Let's imagine a happy scene. Let's imagine ourselves meeting at a nice cafe and enjoying a conversation in Korean. Yes, in Korean. It has taken us to the topic of the Essential Korean podcast, and I share with you the delightful news of it hitting the million download mark recently. Imagine yourself asking questions, starting with how I learned of the news. You're going to say, 그거 어떻게 알게 됐어요? Meaning, how did you come to know that? Or, how did you come to find that out? 그거 means that, in this case, referring to the news of 1 million downloads. 어떻게 means how. By the way, 어떻게 in colloquial speech is often pronounced 어떻게, 어떻게. Or 어떻게, 어떻게. And 알게 됐어요 means came to know. Derived from the stem of the verb 알다, to know, combined with the form 게 되다 to express the meaning to come to know. Repeat after me to ask, how did you come to know that? In Korean. 그거 어떻게 알게 됐어요? 그거 어떻게 알게 됐어요? 그거 어떻게 알게 됐어요? How did I find out? I received an email from the place where our podcast is hosted, which I'll call hosting 회사 in Korean, literally meaning hosting company. Thus, my answer to your question, 그거 어떻게 알게 됐어요? would be 호스팅 회사에서 이메일을 받았어요. 호스팅 회사, hosting company, is followed by the particle 에서, which is one of today's particles we're learning, meaning from in this context. Email, of course, is email, is followed by the object particle 을, and finally the verb 받았어요, received, which is the past tense form of the verb 받다, to receive. Putting all these three phrases together at once, we have 호스팅 회사에서, from the hosting company, 이메일을, the email, 받았어요, received. 호스팅 회사에서 이메일을 받았어요. This time, assume my role for a moment and say it yourself. I received the email from the hosting company. Repeat after me as I lead you with the English before each phrase. From the hosting company, 호스팅 회사에서 the email followed by the object particle 을, 이메일을, which is pronounced 이메일을, received, 받았어요, which is pronounced 받았어요. 호스팅 회사에서 이메일을 받았어요. 호스팅 회사에서 이메일을 받았어요. You very appropriately used the from particle 에서 to let me know you received the email from the hosting company. Very good. After asking 그거 어떻게 알게 됐어요? Meaning how did you come to find that out? Imagine you have another question about where I record a podcast. You would say, 팟캐스트는 어디에서 녹음해요? 팟캐스트는 podcast followed by the topic particle 는 어디, where followed by 에서 which here means at. 녹음, audio recording and 해요, do. Thus, we have 팟캐스트는 어디에서 녹음해요? Asking, where do you record the podcast? Yes, it's the same 에서 you heard in the previous response when I said I received it from the hosting company. As you just saw, 에서 can mean from as in 호스팅 회사에서 이메일 받았어요. And it can also mean at as in 어디에서 녹음해요? How do we know which it means? Don't worry. We can figure it out from the context. The meaning is determined by the context in which the verb plays an important part. With the verb 하다, to do, the particle 에서 after a place name is more likely to mean at than from. On the other hand, the particle 에서 after a place name paired with the verb 받다, to receive, would more likely to mean from. Of course, it can mean at if the speaker is curious about where the action of receiving took place rather than from where one received something. As I mentioned before, the meaning will be interpreted and inferred by the context and assumed speaker's intention. With the verb 하다, to do, 에서 would mean at following a place where someone performs an action. Please repeat after me to ask the question, where do you do the recording in Korean? At where? 어디에서? audio recording, 녹음, do, 해요. 어디에서? 녹음해요. 어디에서 녹음해요? For the response, I'll have to say that at the very beginning, I recorded in my closet. I read that a closet at home is the best place if you don't have a recording studio. I did that at the beginning, but eventually I was able to record comfortably at my desk. Thanks to my son, Eric, who found the new pieces of very nice equipment to make it work. So, to your question, 어디에서 녹음해요? I will respond, 처음에는 옷장에서 녹음했어요. 그런데 지금은 제 책상에서 녹음해요. To tell you that at the beginning, I recorded in the closet, but now I record at my desk. Let's take a closer look at how I would explain this using the particle 에서 used to mean at in the given context. 처음, the beginning, followed by the temporal particle 에 before the contrastive particle 는, as I'll be making a comparison between then and now. So 처음에는 meaning as for the beginning. 옷장, closet, followed by the in or at particle 에서. Thus 처음에는 옷장에서 녹음했어요. I recorded in the closet. 그런데 but 지금 now followed by the contrastive particle 은 to mark the comparison between then and now. Thus 지금은 to mean as for now. 제 책상, my desk, followed by the in or at particle, 에서 녹음해요, do recording. This time, I'll lead you with the English phrase before Korean so you can say the response yourself. Here it comes. At the beginning, 처음에는 in the closet, 옷장에서 recorded, 녹음했어요. But, 그런데 now, on the other hand, 지금은 at my desk, 제 책상에서 do recording, 녹음해요. Let's say these one sentence at a time. Don't be overwhelmed. Think of this. You are making a contrast between then and now regarding the recording place, and thus utilize the 은는 contrasted particle, and add 에서 after the recording place, and mark the past tense in the verb for recorded, and the present tense for recording now. Here they come. 처음에는 옷장에서 녹음했어요. 그런데 지금은 제 책상에서 녹음해요. Let's say them all in one take. You can say this as you think of the things I noted on making a contrast, the use of 에서, and the tenses. Please repeat after me. 처음에는 옷장에서 녹음했어요. 그런데 지금은 제 책상에서 녹음해요. Excellent job. Let's move to the next question. You'll now ask me up to what episode there is now. 에피소드가 지금 몇 회까지 있어요? 에피소드, which means episode, followed by the subject particle 가. 몇, the question word for numbers to use with a classifier, followed by 회, the classifier for episodes. 까지, which means as far as, or until. 있어요, the verb meaning exist or be present. Repeat after me to say, up to what episode are there now? Episode followed by the particle 가, 에피소드가 now, 지금. What number episode? 몇 회, followed by the particle 까지, which means until or as far as. 몇 회까지 are there? 있어요. 에피소드가 지금 몇 회까지 있어요? In one take. 에피소드가 지금 몇 회까지 있어요? Very good. To this question, I want to say I've done from episode 1 to episode 54, and this episode is 55. This shouldn't be too difficult. I would say 1회부터 54회까지 했어요. 그리고 이 에피소드가 55회예요. Episode 1, 1회 followed by the particle 부터 to mean from, and episode 54, 54회 followed by the particle 까지 to mean to. 1회부터 54회까지. Let's pause here for a second to remind us that Korean particles come after nouns or pronouns, not before. Thus, Korean particles are postpositional, not prepositional. So don't forget to add the new particles you are learning today. 부터 and 까지 after time or numbers. 1회부터 54회까지 했어요. Meaning, I've done from episode 1 to episode 54. 그리고 and this episode followed by the subject particle 가 에피소드가 this episode 55회예요. is episode 55. I'll say this in one take. 1회부터 54회까지 했어요. 그리고 이 에피소드가 55회예요. Now I'll combine the two sentences into one using the co-conjunctive. Do you still remember the co-verbal conjunctive? I hope you do. If you don't, you can simply review episode 37, 38, and 40. For now, please listen to the combined sentence first. Here it comes. 1회부터 54회까지 했고 이 에피소드가 55회예요. From episode 1, 1회부터 to episode 54, 54회까지 did and 했고 This episode is number 55. 이 에피소드가 55회예요. If I ask you the question, 에피소드가 지금 몇 회까지 있어요? Can you answer it yourself? Sure you can. I'll first lead you with English, phrase by phrase first, and you'll build your way up. Pay attention to the particles 부터 as from and 까지 as to. From episode 1 to episode 54, 1회부터 54회까지 did and 했고 This episode followed by the particle 가 이 에피소드가 is episode 55 55회예요. I did from episode 1 to episode 54 and 1회부터 54회까지 했고 This is episode 55. 이 에피소드가 55회예요. Let's do it at once. You're going to say, I did from episode 1 to episode 54, and this is episode 55. 1회부터 54회까지 했고, 이 에피소드가 55회예요. Excellent job. To recap what we did, here are the 3 question-answer pairs we practiced. Question 1. 어떻게 알게 됐어요? How did you come to know? And the response, 호스팅 회사에서 이메일 받았어요. I received an email from the hosting company. Question 2. 팟캐스트 어디에서 녹음해요? We'll do the recording of the podcast. And the response, 처음에는 옷장에서 녹음했어요. 그런데 지금은 제 책상에서 녹음해요. At first, I recorded in the closet, but now I record at my desk. Question number 3. 에피소드가 지금 몇 회까지 있어요? Up to what numbered episodes are there now? And the response, 1회부터 54회까지 했고 이 에피소드가 55회예요. I did from episode 1 to episode 54 and this episode is episode 55. Great job, everyone. Now, let's do some application, applying what we just did with Essential Korean to the Q&A about one's significant other. You'll see how it's going to work in a few moments. Imagine yourself at a small, intimate gathering with a few couples you know. Today's conversation brings up the topic of how the two got to meet. Yes, you can use the same question you used to ask me how I first found out that we hit the million downloads. 어떻게 알게 됐어요? Meaning, how did you come to know? You can add 두 사람 or its honorific version, 두 분, meaning the two people, and say, 두 사람 어떻게 알게 됐어요? Or 두 분 어떻게 알게 됐어요? Let us use the honorific form of two people, 두 분, sounding courteous. Let's ask the couple you are talking to how they first met. Repeat after me. 두 분 어떻게 알게 됐어요? 두 분 어떻게 알게 됐어요? 두 분 어떻게 알게 됐어요? There are many ways for two people to meet, but we will learn to explain 3 different ways today. First, if you met at work, you would say 직장에서 만났어요, in which 직장 means workplace, followed by the particle 에서, which in this case would mean at, not from. And 만났어요 means met, which is conjugated from the verb 만나다, to meet. Please repeat after me. You're going to say, we met at work. 직장에서 만났어요. 직장에서 만났어요. Second, how about a good friend of yours introducing you to? There are a few ways to explain this, but I'll teach you a simple way. 친구 소개로 만났어요, in which 친구 means friend, 소개 means introduction, and when 친구 소개 is followed by the instrumental particle 로, the phrase 친구 소개로 becomes an adverbial phrase meaning through my friend's introduction. With the verb 만났어요, which again means met, 친구 소개로 만났어요 would explain that you two met through a friend. Repeat after me to say, we met through a friend's introduction. A friend's introduction, 친구 소개, followed by the instrumental particle 로, 친구 소개로. met, 만났어요. 친구 소개로 만났어요. 친구 소개로 만났어요. Third, how about if you met on a dating app? There are a few names to refer to dating app in Korean, including dating app, dating 어플, 소개팅 앱, and 소개팅 어플. But we'll use the easiest one, dating app, for our sentence. If you recall the sentence we just learned, this won't be hard at all. You just need to replace 친구 소개 with dating app and say dating 앱으로 만났어요, in which dating app is followed by the instrumental particle 으로, not 로 this time because the instrumental particle is 으로 when following a consonant-ending noun, except a real-ending noun. And the instrumental particle 로 follows a vowel-ending noun like 친구 소개, and the noun ending with the consonant 리을, such as 연필 and 지하철. Okay, back to our sentence. After the phrase dating 앱으로, which is pronounced dating 앱으로, we just need the verb to mean met, which is 만났어요. Thus, we have dating 앱으로 만났어요. To explain that you met through a dating app. Repeat after me to say that you met through a dating app. dating 앱으로, which is pronounced dating 앱으로 만났어요. What if you know how they met, but you are not sure how long they've been dating or how long they've been together, and you're curious? How would you ask? Easy. Use the from particle for temporal expressions 부터. You can simply say 두 사람 언제부터 만났어요? Or using the honorific for 두 사람, which is 두 분, and the honorific of 만났어요, which is 만나셨어요. You can say 두 분 언제부터 만나셨어요? Repeat after me to find out how long the two people have been dating using the honorific form, sounding courteous. 두 분 for addressing the two people. 언제 for when, followed by the particle 부터. 언제부터. 만나셨어요. 두 분 언제부터 만나셨어요? 두 분 언제부터 만나셨어요? By the way, what would 언제까지 만나셨어요 mean? 언제, when, followed by the particle 까지, 언제까지 would mean until when. And 만나셨어요 or 만났어요, met, put together would mean until when did you two meet? 언제까지 만나셨어요? Or 언제까지 만났어요? Well, you'll be asking this if the two people have broken up and you're curious when they did. I don't think it would be a good thing to directly ask anyone this at a gathering, right? One good reason for you to get the meaning of 부터 and 까지 correctly. To sum up, 부터 is the particle for temporal expressions to mean from, and 에서 the particle for place names to mean from. And then remember the particle 까지 to mean to or until. Okay, that will be it for today's episode. It was great not only to be back after a long pause, but that I had great news to share with you. I'll be back with an episode on the topic of the Summer Olympics, which is coming to an end soon. So please be on the lookout for the next one by subscribing to our podcast show if you haven't done so yet. Also, I'll appreciate it if you leave a review if you feel our podcast has helped you with your learning. It really helps us reach more people who share your learning goals. All right, I'll connect with you next time then. 고맙습니다. 안녕히 계세요.